on what you want to achieve at the end of the year. Okay, let me do this cleaning. Maybe a year, let me do it for 1 year. So that the money I realize from this, I can use it for what I want to.
Yeah, I did it for even more than 3 years. Yeah. But my mind wasn't there. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy doing it. And I don't know what I want to become. So that was why I just decided to say, oh man, I have to take this leap. It's like you are taking a blind leap. You are jumping from an aircraft. You don't know where you're going to land.
So were you at a point, not like you said, you don't know what you are doing, you don't even know what will happen in the next 4 years, or 3 years.
Yeah.
Were you at a point discouraged? Were people coming to you and they were like, do this instead? Don't do this thing you are doing, you are wasting your time. Do this instead. This is where the money is. Were people coming to you to discourage you from that from that cleaning job?
I didn't really give people opportunity to talk to me. What I do basically, I read books. If I'm alone, if I'm lonely, I read a lot of books. Even while doing those jobs, I read books like Robert Kiyosaki book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That book is like a financial Bible. I read Jim Rohn, Les Brown, Miles Morales. A lot of them, I would just keep on reading their books. And those kind of books really help me. Self-development, financial independence. I read it like anything, countless time. Like, when those books are just about to finish, because most of the times I do audio reading, because I'm an auditory learner. When those books are about to finish, you get emotional, like, oh man, I'm going to start all over again. Thank God I have a power over this book. I'm going to start all over again. I start over again, you start reading. I have 2 fathers. One is rich, one is poor. That kind of a thing. Yeah. I just like reading. So I didn't give people opportunity to influence me. Maybe probably because the way we're trained, we are more like stay-at-home kids, read your book all the time, don't play outside, except daddy is watching from the veranda. That is the time we can play football outside. So I think that actually helped me. So I don't really keep friends. I don't have much people that comes around me. So I use the opportunity to be able to focus and think about what I want to become. Exactly. So I think that's really helped me. So I didn't allow any form of distraction. I didn't allow anybody to distract me. Yeah. I think that actually helped me.
I'm very, very glad that at least we still have people who will go out there and be like, let me just clean. Let me just pick the paper. Let me just, knowing where you are coming from.
Absolutely.
Knowing in Nigeria you live even better. But now you are stepping out to bring to life your dream. Because this is all about your dream. You understand? Exactly. So you see, for myself, at the point when I looked for a job in this country, I looked for job, like I went to a very good school in this country. I graduated well, went for youth service. So I was thinking, okay, maybe, when you are in school, you wouldn't know what the people in the labor market, what they face. I never knew, especially not in your country, but outside your country. So it's not about your certificate here. So for me, at a point in time, I think I said I won't use my certificate anymore. I'm going to do clean job. I'm going to apply to the fuel stations to fill people's tanks, to clean, to sweep, do whatever. My certificate, I thought it was useless. So I kept it and I was just going to the street to look for something to do. Then someone said, Uche, see, I saw some vacancy. So I went there. That day they took me, but I said I will call back the next day. So when I was passing, this mall, there's a mall called City there, here in Ghana. Okay. I don't know if it's all over the world. When I went there, he was like, the supervisor was like, No, the manager was like, what do you want to do? I said, I can supervise your business. I said, what did you study in school? I said, I studied economics. He said, from which school? GIMP. I said, no. You are bigger than us, so we can't pay you. No, you are bigger than us. And I'm like, I don't need your pay. I can actually stroll from my house to here. I just want to prove a point that I have something to offer. I don't want money. I want the experience. Please, just employ me. I was begging. Please, just, even as I'm saying it, I'm even feeling emotional because the way I begged, the man said no, that he doesn't, why would I want to work without money? I said, you don't understand how long I've been home, especially leaving Nigeria, and people in my house, they are calling, come back, nothing is there for you, come back, nothing, you're wasting your life. So all these things, boom, we are going round in my head before God opened the way for me 2018. That was when I got my official good job that did not even last for 7 months. So I went back again to the place of, I am nothing to the world, I'm useless. So like you said, when you got to that point, you started reading books. I never had the opportunity to read books. I was just there questioning God. The way I did God that period, if God na human being, if I just delete himself. Because I was just questioning my existence, asking God why I do all the fasting, I do all the prayers, what is happening? You see, so most people would give up, but look at you, didn't give up, and look at me today also. If I had given up or gone back to Nigeria, I wouldn't even know what Ghana holds for me. Sure, you understand? So yeah. I believe some youths are listening to this conversation. I know they are listening. I know some of them are hot-tempered already. They have gotten to my point where they said, in fact, anything. You see, for me, I said anything, but I have to go and do some jobs that people recognize, people don't call illegal. But some people will say, I beg, they'll look for places to carry drugs, do illegal things, prostitution, and all those things. So what advice do you have for anyone who is going through any kind of situation or hurdle in the diaspora?
Okay.
Africans in the diaspora. What advice? What can you tell them?
Oh, those in the diaspora, the advice I can give to them is that, I used to see a lot of people that like to live an oppressive life. Those that are actually rich, they don't live an oppressive life. Those that have money here in the diaspora, you might not even see them on Facebook. But when you see their work, you'll be scared. So most of the people, they like to wear what their friend is wearing, do what their friend is doing things like that will ruin their career, will spoil their dream. They will never get to where they want to get to. There should be time for socialization. You can socialize, you can have fun, but it shouldn't be all the time. You mind what you spend your money on? Your money should be spent on assets, not liability. For instance, I have to let my car go because I realize that I don't really need a car. If I need to go from one place to another, if I want to act like a rich man, I can call a cab. A cab will pick me up, will drop me wherever I want to go. And if I want to live my normal life, I take a bus. I have a bus ticket for a whole month. I'm not living to please anybody. I don't really want anybody to like me. The moment you are looking for people's approval, that is when you put yourself in unnecessary problems. And I would like to use this opportunity also to give advice to some Nigerians that are in Nigeria that has a place to sleep. Because one thing is for you to be in Nigeria, to be sleeping under the bridge. Another thing is for you to at least have a place to sleep. Like probably your father has a house. You can use that your father's house as a registered business.
Yeah.
You have a room. That was what I did. I assumed my room to be an office. And I used my father's house as my first business address. Since I had no house, my father has a house and I have that privilege to use his house. So anybody that is in Nigeria that needs some kind of business address can use their father's house or their mother's house, or seek a consent from an uncle for those that doesn't have a parent.
That's
And I want to
brilliant.
use your, yeah. So I think that thing is going to help. It's going to help them, and the business is going to grow according to, the way they grow, the business grow along with them. So that's the kind of advice I can give to people in Nigeria. And when opportunity comes, it's obvious that they are ready. But when you are not ready, an opportunity comes, opportunities will just come and go.
Dude,
You lose it forever. Yeah. Yeah.
this thing you said now
So
is very, very brilliant. You see, the day I became intentional about my data, because I realized that I am someone that likes to talk. I'm like someone that likes to engage people. So I realized
yeah.
that, okay, if I am um, buying data, that means I am buying this platform, Facebook platform, Instagram platform, any platform that I want to, that my data is feeding, I am buying it. Just the way the musicians, they buy stages, I am also buying this stage. So
Okay.
what would I do? What can I do with this stage? Okay, the audience are already there, but what can I do with this stage? Because for us, for know whether we know it or not, is we are kind of, if you're on social media and you don't know what you are doing, you are only enriching Mark Zuckerberg
Sure.
and depriving yourself of wealth as well. But when you
Absolutely.
use the platform for what it is for, use this to
Mhm.
showcase what you are about, so that whenever somebody wants to be like, oh, I need a doctor, who can I call right now? Right now, they'll just go to your page, bam, because they know you have
Yeah.
all this. So a guy came to me 2 days ago and was like, how would you know what is being called for? And I said, what do you love to do? Like you are sleeping and they wake you, do something. What do you love to? He said he likes to sing and he likes to make people laugh. People always commend him on that. And I said, okay, it's not about people, it's about you. Are you sure? He said, yes. Are you
Mhm.
sure? He said, yes. He now said, but. I said, what is the but again? Eh? You have found the passion. What is the but? He now said, he doesn't have money to go to studio and make beats. I said, you don't need money to go to the studio. Why are you thinking of studio? Do you have money for studio? He said, no. I said, Facebook is your studio. You have hands, you have legs, you have objects around you. Use it and make beats
Mhm.
and sing to it.
Mhm.
So early in the morning, you come out, you do your thing, use your beat, use your table, be creative, use the things around you, which is your resources. Use them to
Yeah.
create beats and sing to it. When you come on Facebook, you are, if I told him that if you do that on your Facebook page and I come to your Facebook page, like I'm strolling and I come to your Facebook, I'm like, this guy, he's really good. He's using objects around him. That means if you invest in him, he will even do more. And the guy was
Mhm.
like, I'm so glad that he spoke to me. I said, yes, because we give room for depression. We give room
Mhm.
for frustration when we are thinking of how, thinking of what we don't have, instead of focusing on what we have and how we can utilize that thing that we have to work
Correct.
for us. So what you said is
Yeah.
really true. If the youth, you are in Nigeria, you are in the diaspora, don't wait for the big picture. Start from, you have something to offer right now. That is why COVID-19 is here, to
Mhm.
reintroduce us to what we have.
Mhm.
But everybody is home. And talking about COVID-19, how is it how is it affecting, like, let me say, lives over there in Canada? How is it affecting lives, jobs,
Yeah.
and all that?
Yeah. Oh, a lot of people has lost their job. That's the truth of the matter. For those that are working in the health sector, that are working with two companies, maybe you are a nurse, you work in a different institution, you have like two different institutions that you work with. You have to leave one. You have to leave one for one. And the reason is that so that you don't transfer these diseases all around. So most people that are using three jobs, two jobs to buttress themselves before, it is now one job. For those that are lucky, they have just one job. But for those that are not lucky, they are home. They are on EI, employment insurance. So yeah, it's really devastating all over the world. Like people are losing jobs. But this is the time that people can use what we have. We can use what we have to achieve what we need. For instance, I'm not a social person, really. I'm not really social except if I'm forced to a kind of a gathering and I'm forced to dance. That is when you will be thinking, this guy can dance. This guy can, it's funny. I'm not,
I bet
I'm
that's
not
not,
the,
that's want to see that.
and you know that kind of thing, they go beg me to dance. Because naturally I'll just be like watching. And all of a sudden I can just frown my face. People will be thinking, what happened to you? Anybody offended you? I just, let this is just finished. Let me go. Yeah, and it's not personal. I just feel like staying separate and all that. So when we were growing up, I used to help my mom to hawk. You know what hawking means? Hawk
Yeah.
vegetables, hawk different kind of farm produce. You
Yeah.
have to call for customers, come and buy this, come and buy that in our shops. We call for customers, come and buy this, come and buy that. So I just realized that this Facebook is something related to that. So I didn't join Facebook to come and be discussing family matters, come and be discussing flimsy things. This thing looks like a marketplace for me.
Exactly.
I can meet people, I can talk to people, I can talk to people about business. Most of the clients that I got, it's either on LinkedIn or Facebook. So I see myself as like I'm still working for my mom, the way we used to work then. Hey, come
Yeah.
and buy vegetable. Yeah. And that is the reason why I share my blogs like every 1 hour. I share my business blog. I have 4 blogs that I manage. So I make sure I
Wow.
share something. Yeah, I make sure I share something. Not because I just want to share something, but I just want to be visible so that people will know that, oh, I'm still selling, market deal, that kind of thing. There's still market though, that kind of thing. Like that's what I use Facebook for. And during the time of that coronavirus, I was able to sponsor some ad to help people on how to stay safe. At the same time, promote my business during that time. And that period helped me to gain a lot of people. When people are scared, they're just looking for a way to get out of this problem. And when they see, oh, in problem, this guy is someone is still doing that. Okay, let me just try and like this art. Let me see what's going to happen. So through that, I was able to get a lot of followers on my business platform. So I used that problem as a privilege to gain more people. And I used that privilege also to make my business known all over the world, to even where I least expected. Yeah. So we should always
Exactly.
try and use the problem in our life as an opportunity. Because me, I don't call it problem. I call it opportunity. When I
Opportunity.
see some kind of, when I see some kind of a problem that people are running away from it, I like to go for it. Anything that want to happen, let it happen. I like taking those kind of risks. I'm not always scared of those kind of when people say, oh, I'm running away from something, that is the time I secretly run towards that thing. That's I just like it that way. I like those kind of stress. Like, am I calling it stress? Like hard challenge.
Yeah.
Some kind of a hard challenge that will make me think, make me reason. Yeah, that is why I also choose the kind of people I talk to. Before I will be able to talk to you, should be able to challenge me. Like, I like people that will challenge me creatively.
Am I
I
challenging
like
you?
constructive. No, we are not. We are not yet. You just scared me with the video calls because I don't like video calls. I don't. I really don't like videos. I like to write things. I like writing things. I like sharing things, but not to call. I did one video sometimes on how to cook food, maybe last year. Before I finished the video, or with my phone, I started laughing because I don't really like it. I don't really like it
My
because I
God.
assume that the whole world is seeing me, and I said now, yeah.
So really,
So
this
that
of
that's a
being,
challenge on its own, really. That's a challenge on its own. Coming
yes.
live on video and all that. It's a challenge for me.
But I'm also helping you to come out of your shell.
Absolutely, yes, yeah.
Me, like I said, I when I know what I'm talking about, I'm comfortable. I can talk to anybody about anything
Mm-hmm.
as long as I know what
Sure.
I'm talking about. you know.
Absolutely.
So for me, this COVID-19, for some people, it is a challenge. They see it as challenge, but me, I took it as I see it as like it's an opportunity for me to explore. Because I was
Yeah.
one of those who was dropped from work. I was dropped at my
Okay.
workplace. I was part of those people that were
Okay.
asked to stay at home.
Mm-hmm.
So since April ending, I've been at home. So, but I'm asking myself, what is it what do I have to, I have to offer something to the world. I don't have to live like this. What can I do? So I realized that I have something, but I think, sometimes when you are working, you feel, oh, that is where what God wants you to be. That is just the thing. So you forget every other thing. You feel like other ones are a distraction. But when this whole thing, I think 2020 is a reset year. It's a year of reset. God is
Yeah.
resetting this, because when I even cross over things, I didn't even know this kind of thing will happen. Nobody knows about it, but God knows
Yeah.
about it. So it's for me, it's a year
Yeah.
of reset. It's a year of God saying, go back to the drawing board, go back to
Yeah.
drawing board, go and bring out. Because this is a time of solving problems. So what is
Mm-hmm.
that? What problem can you solve in the world? That is the question God is asking now. Look within you.
Yeah.
It's between you now and your God in your room. If, like for myself, I'm not going to work.
Exactly.
So it's between me and my God and what He has placed on the inside of me. You understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
right now, if Mama Africa should calm down and be like, my son, my son, my son, why are you persecuting me? No, like when he comes down and be like, my son, what do you want me to do for Africa? What would you wish Mama Africa would do for Africa that will cause major change in Africa?
Okay.
What is
The major change, and I don't think we need any kind of superpower or any supernatural being to come and change anything for us.
okay?
These are the things that we need to know by ourselves.
Okay.
For instance, uh, an high school student should be able to manufacture something. High school, a secondary school, they call it secondary school in Nigeria.
Yes.
A
Yeah.
secondary school student should be able to manufacture something. Not to now talk of a technical school student. Someone that is in the technical school should be able to build something. But in Nigeria, our priority, our focus is not on those things. They don't even know whether there's anything like technical school. But the funniest thing in this part of the world, those that are doing things, those that are constructing the road, these are technical school graduates, college graduates, not even university. Nigeria will focus on theory, we focus on university, white collar job. Who is going to give that white collar job if someone did not create it? And who are the ones that are responsible? Who are the ones to be creating those jobs? These are the technical people, those that graduated from technical school. High school projects should be something reasonable to be able to sell to the public. A polytechnic graduate, OND graduate, that is a civil engineer, should be able to construct a road, not even an HND. A BSc holder for civil engineer should be able to make a good drainage, set a good drainage proposal to the government. Drainage, oh, this place it can help. Oh, see this Lekki, there's too much of water flow and all that. This is how it can be solved and all that. Oh, there's too much of traffic in Lagos. How can it be solved? You can easily construct a perimeter highway that will surround Lagos State. So instead of everybody jam packing inside the city, there should be another alternative road that will surround the city that people will be able to just go through and get to where they are going through. These are the things, these are the way that people are supposed to be thinking. We don't need Mama Africa, we don't need God to do that for us. These are the things we can think and we can solve by ourselves. And the moment we are calling God to do those things, like I used to say, we are ridiculing God. We are insulting God. It is an insult. It's more like you are just finished using washroom and you are calling God to go and flush your toilet for you. That is really clean. Can you say that to your father? Daddy, I just finished using washroom. Go and flush my poop. Just imagine what your dad is going to do for you. So that's the way we are treating God. We are treating God like slave, and it's so insulting, it's so rude.
Okay.
God has done whatever he plans to do. He has made us perfect. I don't want to sound religion, but God has made us perfect. He has given us brain. Our job is just to use the brain. God did not, according to my morals, he said, God did not give Adam and Eve chairs and tables. He kept them in the Garden of Eden in the bush. He hid the tables and chairs inside a tree. So they were the one that figured it out, how to use the tree to make tables and chairs. So we shouldn't be thinking of, oh God, come and do this, come and do that. I see that a lot happening in Nigeria, expecting God to do things for them. It is not okay. I'm speaking on behalf of God. That is not okay. That we should stop. We should stop ridiculing our Savior. We should stop ridiculing our God. We should stop displeasing our God.
Yeah. Okay, you see what I meant when I said you should. What would Mama Africa do? Like,
exactly.
For example, what I meant by that is what kind of change, like you have said, the roads, we should think outside the box and not rely on government to do everything, and even calling God on some issues, like using his name selfishly for him to do things for us that he has even hidden most of the things that, because I know he called us here to solve problems. We are all in a we are all in a mission to fulfill this particular vision that he has placed on the inside of us. That one I understand. But you see, there is this kind of mentality, like you said, we Africans have mentality of white collar job. But where I'm coming from the East, we don't depend on government. Everybody is working on them. Everybody's working. Everybody's creating businesses.
Yeah.
You see, but other people also would. They are like, let me say the Yorubas. They are more of government, politics, and all that.
Education, yeah.
Yes.
Education, white collar jobs, and all that.
Creativity, do roads, do this, do that. But when it comes to the East, we are all about business, you know. But me, I'm not
making money.
I'm not about business. This is what I'm about. Creating change. So I can help you grow your business. I know the business type, you know. Maybe later I might realize that I'm that, but for now, I'm back. So you see, this thing you said is very true. You know, the first time I was invited to be the speaker for Voice on the Mount, like Africans in the Diaspora. So when I shared my story, I was invited to be a speaker, virtual, on Zoom. So I realized that every one of them, where I was older than them, they were 12, 13, 14, 15. The highest was 16 years. These children put these things together. They were able to pull older people to join them and make Africa what it is. And I'm like, even when they ask me to talk, I'm like, I agree to now, I salute to now. Children. When I was your age, where was I? JSS1, focusing on school, like all about school. They are students, but they also engage in other things. And that made me realize that, my children, I am preparing a beautiful world for you. You won't just go to school, primary school or secondary school. You would have to start. I would have to help you to stand, like to nurture whatever God has placed on the inside of you. I will start to ask you, what do you love to do? Okay, I'll start putting you in those events. You know, you can go to conferences, children conferences, at least to see the world in another different dimension. So when you speak, by that little age, these children, maybe when they clock 28, they are made. They are solving problems. I'm like, why at my age? Why didn't I do sport? I believe it's I wasn't destined for that, maybe to be the world changer at the age of 14 or 10 or 11 or 12. I believe God giving me the opportunity to witness these creative children and know how to handle my own children and other children when they come. Now, when you give me a kid or a child, I will not just be limiting that baby or that child just school, and church. No, I won't just limit you, just go to school, go to church, learn. No, I will take you to conferences, children conferences. Speak about a topic. I'll give you a topic to speak about. You speak about a topic, So those things really challenged me a lot. If I'm being asked, Mama Africa should come down. What Mama Africa? Say Mama Africa beg, change our mindset. I beg.
Mindset. Yeah.
Our mind is just everything.
The mindset is terrible. The mindset is terrible. Everything is all about kind of money. You have to make money. You have to buy clothes. You have to oppress your neighbor. That's not the value of life.
Do you know here in Ghana, the whites, I've come to notice what they do here in Ghana. They know this is not their country. So do you know what they do? They know they came here for a purpose, which is to do business. So do you know the kind of cars they buy? They buy trucks. They buy these Hilux cars, the trucks, the one with the big. So they use it for their normal outings and also use it for business. They can go to the warehouse, pack their goods. Just that one car. They factored in the road condition of the African roads. They factored it in. They factored it their business in, and they factored their social life in before buying that car.
Yeah.
You understand? They did not come out here to live a luxury life. They believe that their one car can do a lot of things and still save them money. That is the mentality. They go for what they need instead of what they want. And the diaspora. But we Africans, and when you go to their homes, they don't have flat screen. They have box TV. They don't use those big phones. They use Oppo. That one you put the pole.
Which one? Okay, that is Mopo.
That's why.
Mobile police.
That phone, they stood up for your head there. No, you go sleep for 2 days.
Mopo. I never heard that thing.
This phone, as when you're watching movie, you see they will have to lift the pole and get service. So that is the kind of phones they have. So when they do big TV, African, especially Nigeria, I will go buy an iPhone 11. You go to plan cars. When you go to their country, they're using Picanto. They're entering trains. They are trekking to work. There are a lot of things. So we don't, in Africa, we don't use our money well. We don't. We just for what we want, for what we need in the diaspora, especially. That's what I would say.
We waste too much of money. We don't have ideas on financial independence. We are not financially educated. Let me use it that way. We are not financially educated. According to what's the name of this rich dad for that again? I used to say that the money changed to currency, I think in the 1971. When one leader changed, I think there was a contract signed that changed money, that changed the value of money to currency. Thereby, the money must not, if you save money today, before probably weekend or next year, the value of that money is going to come down. But when you invest it, that is when the money will have some kind of capital gain. We'll have they call it compound interest. Yes, it has some kind of compound interest. So money has really changed. So when you make money and you spend it, you're actually spending a seed. But when you make money, you plant it, like invest it, and you let the fruit that comes from it is the only one you feed on. That is the time you can make it in life. But when you work, you make your money, like that's a hand income. When you work, you make that money. You are not supposed to spend it. You should use that money to develop your dreams and vision. You should use that money to invest so that the profits from that investment should be the thing that you should be spending. Yeah, that is why I don't really pity this guy that was just arrested by US Oshipopi, or what did they call it? Ushipopi. What's his name?
Hush Poppy or
Ushipopi. I don't even pity him because I tried to Google his name. The time he was arrested, so why are they even calling the world? The time he was living his life, he was calling, he was having a chat with his friend, his friend on Instagram. He should be the one dealing with his problem because he was spending the money, stealing people's money, stealing. Is he claiming that he's smarter than people that are working? Is he claiming that he's smarter than people that are picking papers on the street? Is he claiming that he's smarter than medical doctors that are working in grocery centers? Medical doctors, when they first come here, they work in grocery centers. They work with disabled people, earning minimum price that ordinary people are earning. These are brilliant people. But this guy, I think, was born in 1988. All of a sudden, we are spending billions, hundreds of millions of dollars. That's crazy. I don't even pity him. They were saying that he's spoiling Nigerian's name. No, he's not spoiling Nigerian's name. He's spoiling his family name, his own name and his family name. We have no business with him. Anybody that is in trouble should be dealt with. You know, that kind of a thing. Nobody knows about.
You see, he's actually
nobody knows about it. Yeah, in a way, it's spoiling Nigerian's name, but that will not stop me from doing my own legitimate business. That will not stop me from sharing my blogs. That will not stop me from doing the right thing.
But it would have a negative effect on how you are being perceived. You know, you are doing your business, so you have your clients. What of when you have
on that platform, Nigeria is not the only one in that problem. Chinese also have been stigmatized. They have been stigmatized of fake products. They've been stigmatized of COVID-19. They have been stigmatized of so many things, and they don't really care. And they are still moving on. They are the first guy to manufacture 5G. See, that's what I'm saying. If some idiot are trying to spoil our names, the good ones should not relent. The good ones should just keep on moving, keep on doing what they're supposed to do.
Okay, you see,
China, yes. So China is still the second in the world after US. Mm-hmm. So despite the fact that they have bad name in the other sense, they're still going, they're still growing. Yeah. So his own problem is his own problem and his family problem. It's not a Nigerian problem.
And that is why this voice of Africans living in the diaspora is very, very important to me. Because by the grace of God, why this idea came about is because of what I went through. And I didn't do all those things they were saying. They said, oh, we come to Ghana, we kidnap people, we do this, we do that. And I'm like, have you ever seen me anywhere in the news? You can research my name. I've not done anything. I've not stolen anybody's husband.
Have I kidnapped your father since the time I've been here?
I have good records in my school. No, but I'm not doing anything bad. Please, you know. So, but at that point, I did not. I think it was just God, because I've already given my life to God that moment before. Assuming it happened before I gave my life to Christ, maybe I would have perceived them in another different way, you know. But because of God, I was like, instead of hating, I'm like, this is coming from somewhere because I didn't do anything. So how? Because they have this mindset. Somebody told me when I was working with Alliance Life Insurance Company. So when we went about to do the activation, basically to introduce the product to people. So when I got to that company, the man was like, "You're in Nigerian?" I said, "Yes," because me, I don't hide my name. I always say, "My name is Uche, Cynthia, and I work at Alliance Life Insurance Company. This is what I do." The way I say it, like that's why I say it too. My name is Uche, Cynthia, Onuorah. I work at Alliance Life Insurance Company. This is the package we have. Please, can I talk to you? So when they hear my name, hey, Nigeria, I said, Nigeria, what happened? So the guy told me that, assuming a Togolese, this was his word, a Togolese came in unqualified, and myself that is qualified with a job with the experience, they would pick the Togolese better before me. I said, what happened? They said, because of the bad names that we have created. for ourselves. And I'm like, not ourselves, for themselves, not be me, I not do anything. So this thing is really paining me that, God. So I really think it's about the mindset. And if I would advise the Africans, I beg, whatever you do, I feel before you cross over to another man's country, know what you want to do there. Make up your mind. Psych your mind. If the laws of that country does not fit what you are going to do, don't go at all, because you are an ambassador, whether you like it or not, to that country, to your family, to your future. You are an ambassador, so you must represent your country, your family well. Your attitude tells a lot. I did not do anything bad. You see the character of some of our Nigerians, maybe 1% of them, because I know a lot of good Nigerians in this country, maybe 1% of them, they will generalize everybody. So to stop that generalization, we should mind our character in the diaspora. That's the thing.
Sorry to cut you short. On that, I have a lot of things to say. I can't blame the world for stigmatizing Nigeria. The reason is that, number one, we don't have privacy policy in Nigeria. So any information, anything, even the one that is still under investigation, you just see some idiots that will just put it on Facebook. If you try that here, there's, those things that we are seeing on Facebook, probably a police being recorded, coming live, those are the ones we can see on Facebook. When we are talking of confidential matter of things, confidentiality, people's confidential, if you put it on social media, you'll be surprised that you'll be cooling off in jail. So there's some vital information you don't put on social media. If you see someone naked on the streets, you not say you take the picture, you want the whole world to know, oh, this person don't run mad. You know, that person will sue you and you'll be in debt for the rest of your life. We don't have privacy. Yes, we are intruding to someone's privacy. So those information that we see in this Western world are just the ones that mistakenly come to the public. But because there are some jobs that you will get, you will sign privacy laws. In fact, by signing those privacy laws, you'll be thinking that, oh boy, I hope say I know enter occultic group, because they will tell you, say, if you review this is the rule, this is what is going to happen. So the moment we have that, and I think the only place that thing is working a little bit in Nigeria is just the banking system. It's only the banking system that tries to protect people's ideas, people's information, and all that. And on that, on privacy, we have a longer job. We have a bigger job to do. Government, we are going to work with the Nigerian government to help us do that, so that people will know the kind of information to come to the public and not to come to the public. Are you telling me that China is the best country in the world? They have their own terrible things that they don't even let it come to the world, except the one that actually come to the world secretly. Likewise, Indian. We see the one we want to see. But in Nigerian case, we are too noisy. Things that is not supposed to come to the public before you know what is happening is out already. So we should work on that, on our privacy policy, privacy rules, and all that. And probably if they're going to regulate the social media to a certain level, I think it's going to make a lot of sense. More so, majority of things that I see Nigerians doing outside of Nigeria, when they come to
someone is the world, you can't hear what she's saying.
Oh, is it me or you?
No, I'm seeing the comments. They said we can't hear what the lady is saying.
Oh, maybe you have to increase your volume.
Can you hear me?
But they can hear me. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I'm increasing my volume now.
Okay. I'm asking them if they can. Please, if you can hear, you can type. Can hear. I don't know what.
Yeah. 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 Can they hear now? If you can hear, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and another thing, the Indians, they come to Western world, they set up companies, they employ their people. The Chinese, they set up Chinese restaurants, they employ their people. What are the Nigerians doing? I want to talk to Nigerians in particular, not even Africa as a whole. Nigerians will come to the Western world, they will be setting up churches. Church. What is the benefit of church? Me, I don't know. You can set up a company that will offer jobs to people, but when you are setting up churches, how will you employ your fellow Nigerians that are looking for jobs? Are you going to employ them to be praying and fasting in the church, or what is the economic benefit they are contributing? And this, the reason why some of these people set up churches is that they know it's a very good market. That some Nigerians are they are in mental slavery. They want to kill the enemy in their fatherland. They want to kill the enemy in their motherland, their motherland. And they will use that as an opportunity to be scamming even fellow Nigerians, because me, I call it scamming. Some people will be telling you, even now that in this Western world, government is giving you some money because you can't work, so they are giving you money. Some pastors expect you to be paying tithes in the money given to you by government when they know that you are not working. What is Jesus in that? What is God in that? That is robbery. That is scamming. So if you don't stop the problem, from the scratch, we'll just be abusing the shipopi. We'll just be abusing the scammers. We'll just be abusing the thieves. But let's talk about the innermost people, which are the pastors. You are an engineer. You came from Nigeria to Canada or to US. You are setting up churches. What's the sense in that? And the church is even a Nigerian name. You are just spoiling people's Nigerian name everywhere. And eventually, you now be embezzling the money in the church. UK now has banned these Oyakilome or what? Oyakilome, Oshimalowo, all those guys. They are going through a lot of legal issue in UK because they want for money laundering. These are pastors. Let's forget about Oshipo. Let's forget about scammers. Let's forget about 419ers. These are pastors that are scamming us. When the Indians will come, when you get to Canada, you see a place called 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven is like a grocery center. They didn't pay me for advert, but I'm going to advertise for them for free because I like them. 7-Eleven belongs to India. There is no place you get to. You only see another tribe working there if there's no Indian people to work in that vicinity. They offer their job to their people. When you go to Chinese restaurants, they'll be speaking Chinese to you here in Canada. These are the people that hardly understand English. What are the Nigerians doing? They are not doing anything. So it is not only the scammers that are spoiling Nigerians' name. Our pastors are spoiling our name. Our people are spoiling our name. Yes, they are spoiling our names, which I try not to get myself associated with. I'm a Christian, I love God, but I don't associate with any Nigerian church. And I can say it anywhere, because I've seen a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors, which when you raise your hand to talk about it in church, they won't let you talk. They will see you as an antichrist. They will see you as a demon. So I just have to let go. Just forget about them. So those are the people that are actually spoiling Nigerians. They will be telling you the blessing of something, God will raise someone that will bless you. What kind of prayer is that? Why will someone bless you when you can bless yourself, when you can develop yourself? When you can think, read, develop something. Why will you be thinking of someone to come and help you? Anybody that helps you along the way, like if you meet someone that helps you along the way, yeah, you could be lucky, but you should be able to get yourself prepared first. If I don't see the opportunity of being a presenter or a TV program, whatever, in you won't be able to set up this platform to talk, because you have talent. You've created opportunity for the talent. Even if you don't meet me, you will meet someone else. You understand? Because you've created a platform for yourself already. You've created an opportunity for yourself already. You
Okay, but you,
understand? So people should not be saying that the Lord should send someone that will help me, my father, all those things, all those prayers doesn't really.
okay, but you
It's
see,
a way of making people to be lazy.
okay, you see the one that I want to address, the one for we praying for God to send a helper. We always do have to
Mm-hmm.
pray that prayer that God
Okay,
should align our path with whoever that He has destined for us to be who He wants us to be. Definitely, we have to pray that prayer without forgetting that we need to put in some work so that when that person meets
good,
us, we have something
correct,
that to exchange with what the
on
person.
ground,
So that is it. So you don't just
exactly.
say God send a helper and you are in your house, you're not doing anything
And you are lazy,
to create exchange. Because if you have the
correct,
talent and I
exactly.
need the money, I'm not getting the money. That means when God brings
Mm-hmm.
this person will say, okay, I feel your talent is what I can invest in. So take this money and invest in it.
Correct,
But you don't
exactly.
play everything in the house. For me, the TV work that I'm doing, um, it's I did radio thing in Nigeria for
Mm-hmm.
1 year. I told you I did radio thing in Nigeria,
Yeah.
but I was forced. I was forced to do it because I was limiting myself. So when I entered into the thing, I realized that I love this thing. So I dedicated myself. I was committed during my NYSC. I was committed to. So I realized that Uche, you can talk, not just talking anyhow, but talking about something that will change, even if that place is not your state, change the
Mm-hmm.
way people see Igbos. So um, when I started this TV work also, it was also about you having an idea. I had an idea about what I wanted to do on TV. And then someone was like, I know
Mm-hmm.
someone that will help you. I know. So I was connected. So the person they connected me to was looking for someone with the same idea. He couldn't do it, but he needed someone
Correct.
to. So he has the money, he has the connection. So he needed someone. So it's very important that when
Mm-hmm.
we are praying to God to help us, to bring someone to us, that we also pray for Him to give us wisdom to do those things so that when the person
Correct.
comes with something to exchange, because you are not trying to be selfish here.
Exactly.
The person giving
Exactly.
you, there's nothing the person is getting back. You see?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So
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 as for me,
yeah. So
all my
those
life,
yeah
people
those
have,
kind of yeah yeah those kind of prayer points looks like it appears like an error to me. You can't just say God should come and send someone that will help you when you are not prepared. You have to
you are
prepare.
not
So we
ready to
should be
step
praying
out.
that yeah, God give me ideas that will make me change the world. Give me ideas that will make reasonable people connect to me. Give me ideas that will make, that kind of prayers. God, just give me that idea that will make Mark Zuckerberg sponsor my program. When you're able to write a program that challenge Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg will contact you. You know that? You don't know that? He will
Yes, I
contact
know.
you, say, oh boy, you are not spoil my business. He will contact you. So that's the kind of prayer we should be praying. Like, for instance, now they were saying that, oh, the Chinese are bad, this or that. The internet that I'm using, I deliberately connected my internet to a Chinese company here in Canada. I don't use the general internet that people are using. The Chinese, they've gone very, very far. They don't come here to set up churches. But any call they make from Canada, they pay the same amount as if they are making calls within Canada. When they told me that, I was amazed. I said, God. So these people, they've actually turned Canada to their own land. So when they make calls, they don't, not WhatsApp calls. We Nigerians, we always depend on free calls. Nigerians, WhatsApp call. They make land call, real call from the network they set up for themselves, working in association with Canadian network. They have their own separate one, and they pay the same normal price as if they are calling within Canada. These
Wow.
are the ways we should be thinking. These are the things we should be working upon, not to be killing an invisible devil. Since the years we've been killing the devil, how many devils done that?
Okay. So
And
okay,
what?
before we wrap up, do you have something to
Yeah,
say? Or were you
yeah,
saying something?
and Yeah, I like to talk about the 5G. 5G that people were saying that is a tool of an antichrist. 5G is not a tool of an antichrist. It's a way to make your internet move faster, to make your phone be faster than normal. So people should have that change of notion that internet 5G is an what they call it, is an antichrist. It's not an antichrist product. It's not. It's a way of upgrading our technology. And I even pray for, even if 10G is coming, I pray to witness those sophisticated technology. Yeah.
Okay, that being said,
Yeah.
we have overstayed 1 hour plus now. So before we round up, I want to,
Wow.
like, if you have been given the opportunity to speak to our African leaders, what would that message be? What message would you want to communicate to them?
Okay.
To our
Yeah.
African leaders.
To our African leaders, I'd like to tell them that they should try as much as possible to get more connected with the grassroots. For instance, I used to watch most of these, most of the politicians, most of African leaders on social network. The only one that I see that is kind of active is a lady called Abike. Whenever she sees something that is not working well, she quickly, you will see the tweet, you will see her response, she responds and all that. But my honorable president, Muhammadu Buhari, he doesn't he doesn't even talk. I like him. I don't like him. So that the DSS don't
Like
treat me like sure.
for the
It will take like 2 weeks. It will take like 2 weeks before you send one tweet. So at least they should try as much as possible to get to the grassroots. Let people know that they are there. Let people know that they are working. At least they should be responding to people's messages. They should be responding to emails, even if they don't respond to social networks. Emails, because I've sent a couple of emails, some Nigerian agencies. None of them responded. So they should try at least respond to be responding. They should try at least to be responding. And I think those are the things I'm going to tell the African leaders. They should try as much as possible to get connected to the grassroots. People need them.
wow.
Yes, that's
I'm
the
really
yeah.
I'm really glad you coming out to this is mind blowing. At least you have given me something to work on. Um,
Mhm.
I'm really glad you accepted to share your experiences. And when great minds meet, you know when great minds, like you said, we don't use our time and resources well here in Africa, even when
Yeah.
we're outside in the diaspora. So if like-minded people will come together, we can make Africa what we want it to be. Outsiders will not make Africa the way we want it. We are the one that will make
Absolutely.
Africa how we want it to be. And if we start
Yeah.
putting out, people will treat you how you want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why our actions count a lot. Whenever you act in a certain way, people see it as if that is the way you want also to be treated. If you go
Mm-hmm.
about kidnapping and stealing people's money, people will feel like, oh, then you've lost my respect. I can do anything I want to you. You
Yeah.
understand? I can disrespect you. I can do anything because you did not put out how you want them to treat you in the first place, in the right. You didn't put it well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I would want to tell Africans not to, or people in the all over the world, or let me say Africa, everywhere we are scattered here. People should, especially we blacks, should not generalize. When you meet this person, maybe he's a Nigerian and he has committed a crime, focus on that particular person. Don't say all Nigerians are the same, all Ghanaians are the same, all Togolese are the same.
Absolutely.
No, you don't generalize because you are killing people, but you don't know. So generalization is what is killing us now, even with the whites. Those people that are living there now, they are not the ones that enslaved us then. So we shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
generalize. When a white person is caught, they should be penalized for what they did, like the one for this black guy that they killed, George. You understand? We are not
Mm-hmm.
saying all the white people, their police are wicked, but we are saying the one they caught doing what they did, they should face the penalty for what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I really want to thank you
Yeah.
for believing in this vision this won't be last time we'll talk. We're going to talk all the time. So this won't
No
be the last
problem.
time. The last time we're still going to be talking to make sure that we put in we're not just talking. We are writing things down so that we can be the change we seek here in Africa. You spoke about privacy to work. We should that kind of enforce that kind of thing into Africa, our system, not to be putting things out there, because that is what is hindering people's mind or making people believe that Africans are too aggressive. You understand? Even in Nigeria, the whole that information, it gives them the notion that a lot of things, bad things happen to Nigeria. So I don't even wish to go to Nigeria. Because when I go there, they'll steal my boobs, they'll steal my bag, they'll steal my money, they'll do this, they'll do that, because they've seen on news. And that is not how we do in Nigeria. You know, it's just one time thing that goes about. So I really want to thank you for coming with me. I thank you for starting this this dream of mine with me.
No problem.
I want to thank you. Thank you first. Thank you very much for joining. And thank you also to our viewers. Thank you. You guys are the best. Thank you also for joining. You can share as
much as everyone.
You want.
I appreciate. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you very much. So we are going to call it a day, or evening or night.
Right. Yes, we call it a. Yeah, we call it a day. Yes.
Or anything.
All right.
Call anything. Don't understand.
We'll be going offline now.
Yeah.
Am I still online?
Hmm?
Am I still online?
Yes, we are still live. So you are the one to. I think side you have to.
Okay, I think I ended it already. I ended it. No, it's what thing. You know,
this is fantabulous.
I almost developed high blood pressure.
But really, this is
hour.
Very
yeah.
It's very. It's not. I don't even want to stop.
135 views. 135 views.
Yeah.
Go and check it.
I'm happy.
135.
You've not had that before?
No. Oh, I think I'm still recording. Wait. I'm going. Let me see. Let me just go.